There's a strange paradox in life. The kinder you are, the more people rely on you. And sometimes, the heavier your burden becomes. Good hearts carry invisible weights. They feel deeply, forgive easily, and give endlessly. But without boundaries, their compassion can turn into exhaustion. This video explores the subtle trap that many good people fall into: being too nice. It's not about stopping kindness, it's about preserving your peace, your self-respect, and your energy without losing the essence of who you are. The two faces of kindness. Kindness has many forms. One is genuine. A person helps, comforts, or forgives because it aligns with their principles and values. This is authentic compassion, a strength, not a weakness. The other is fear-driven. A person tries to be good because they are afraid of being judged, rejected, or labeled as bad. They say yes when they mean no, compromise their values, and silence their own voice to avoid conflict. Psychologists call this posno, the fear of saying no. This fear often originates from three sources. Upbringing. Some are taught to always be a good person but never how to honor their own self-respect. Environment. In certain societies, there's constant pressure to please others, even at the cost of personal well-being. Internal conflict. A constant battle between the desire to be good and the need to assert oneself. The danger of this type of niceness is that it doesn't bring inner peace. Agreeing with everyone, meeting every expectation, and suppressing one's own needs leads to mental strain and resentment. The cost of saying yes too much. Paulo Coelho once said, "When you say yes to people, make sure you are not saying no to yourself." This simple truth underlines the challenge of being too nice. Saying yes constantly may seem harmless at first, but it gradually erodes self-respect. People may start taking your kindness for granted, expecting it without appreciation, and testing your limits. Boundaries are not selfish, they are necessary. They show others that your time, energy, and values are precious. Real kindness comes from choice, not obligation. There are some practical steps to protect yourself while staying kind. Face your fears. Confront situations you are hesitant about. Each small act of courage weakens fear, making it easier to maintain boundaries elsewhere. Prioritize energy. Don't overthink minor issues or give them excessive importance. Protect your calm for meaningful matters. Avoid over-explaining. Only clarify your decisions when it is necessary. Over-explaining often leads to misunderstanding or people misinterpreting your intentions. Real-life examples of boundaries and kindness. Princess Diana was adored for her compassion. She visited hospitals, comforted the sick, and helped strangers. But behind her warmth, she carried immense personal pain. Her kindness was celebrated publicly, but her own struggles were largely ignored. Diana's life illustrates that being good without boundaries can leave a person vulnerable. Malala Yousafzai. Malala embodies courage combined with compassion. Despite her gentle nature, she faced extreme danger and refused to be silenced. Her kindness did not prevent her from standing firm, proving that one can be soft and strong simultaneously. Why boundaries are essential. Boundaries do not make a person unkind. They define where your responsibility ends and another's begins. They prevent burnout, resentment, and emotional exploitation. A heart without boundaries can be a burden to itself. People who understand kindness with boundaries protect their time, preserve mental energy, say no without guilt, walk away from disrespect early, balance care for others with self-care. This balance allows a person to be genuinely kind while staying resilient. The psychology behind people-pleasing. Being too nice is often tied to deep psychological patterns. Need for approval. Fear of judgment or rejection drives excessive agreement. Conflict avoidance. Anxiety about disagreements leads to silence or over-compromise. Internalized guilt. Belief that personal needs are less important than others. When these patterns dominate, good people may feel trapped. They may try to meet everyone's expectations, losing sight of their own needs. Over time, this can lead to chronic stress, anxiety, and resentment. Strategies to change the pattern. Start small. Practice saying no to minor requests. Gradually saying no to larger demands becomes easier. Set limits. Decide what is acceptable and what isn't in relationships, work, and personal time. Reflect before agreeing. Pause before saying yes. Ask if it aligns with your values and energy. Value your own opinions. Recognize that your choices matter as much as anyone else's. Celebrate assertiveness. Accept that saying no is not cruelty, it is self-respect. How to stay kind without being exploited. Be intentional with kindness. Choose who and when to help. Avoid overcommitting. Prioritize meaningful engagements over obligatory tasks. Communicate boundaries clearly. Say what is okay and what is not. Protect emotional energy. Avoid situations that drain you unnecessarily. Balance giving and receiving. Genuine kindness allows for reciprocity. If it is one-sided, reassess. Being good doesn't require weakness. Being kind doesn't require self-neglect. The world needs people with soft hearts and strong boundaries. People who love without losing themselves. People who care without being exploited. People who give without burning out. Goodness without boundaries is a recipe for exhaustion. Kindness with boundaries is a recipe for respect, both from yourself and others. A soft heart can be strong. A compassionate person can be firm. A gentle soul can assert itself. Kindness is a gift. Self-respect is a necessity. Balance is the key. Protect your heart. Be kind, be firm, and remember, the strongest hearts are the ones that know their worth.